So as I said, before we're gonna start discussing about the business environment, I would just like to take a couple of minutes to also talk about and that you would understand how things work also by the security aspects. Because as you know, around 99% of our services are today already fully accessible online, but the only things that we can't do if it's someone you don't know yet, so it's just getting married and divorced, but obviously this is not about technology here, but something else than different risks in different sectors. But obviously, if you think about that, the country has 99% of things working fully online, this is a huge responsibility, and especially when we think about that everything in business sector is based fully online and also mostly automated, so that we have to make sure that this entire infrastructure is very, very safe. So I just wanted to take a minute to show you and to prove you that your business would be also safe and stable here, and talk about the 3 pillars slide here. So everything that we do in Estonia here is based on our 3 pillars infrastructure that is relied on data confidentiality, data availability, and of course also data integrity side. So the first one here, the electronic ID card that allows all of our citizens and of course also the e-residency card holders to access their information very, very securely, and of course also to fully restricts unauthorized people to do access their information there. And as you can see, we use different methods in order to provide the safest way to identify our people in our business environment, by doing that by using ID card, mobile ID, smart ID solutions, and then, as I said, for all of you guys in Poland, a solution could be also the e-residency. Secondly, also availability, because in order to exchange data very securely, we use a system that is called the Xroad, that is the basis of secure data exchange, and different public and private data sets have very much trustworthy data available at all time to work with. And obviously this is very essential when we talk about also the business sector, in order to avoid any kind of duplication and mistakes in the system. And then last slide as well here, finally, integrity, which is also essential to maintain the entire trustworthiness of the data. And we can also make sure that we are avoiding the legal loss or any kind of duplication or manipulation with our data sets. And then of course also the log files. And as you can see, Estonia is also using KSI blockchain technology, which is deployed in Estonian government databases. And by using the system, we can make sure that our information is never rewritten by anybody. And in the most simple words to explain to you, if I say not by anybody, I mean also system administrators, the government itself, hackers, whoever you name it. So we have to make sure that the information, and once again, especially in the business sector, is always up to date, and it's the most secure way also to store this information. But with these 3 pillars in place, Estonia offers a very secure digital services also in a business sector that serves fully the interests of our entire population. But now, as the infrastructure and background is pretty clear, I would be happy to talk about business. So let's talk business. I think it's very clear that where business is easy, business will grow, and I can really promise to you that business and doing business in Estonia is easy, and it remains that way, and is getting even easier in the future. We have kept this in mind since very early days of our independence already, and it's clear that the better the business sector is doing, the better everyone are doing. So today, it is possible to start a business in Estonia already in just a couple of hours maximum. You can do that fully here in my living room on my couch, and also you in Poland if you have the residency card, without having to leave home. So that we wanted to make that very, very, very simple. And that is also maybe one of the reasons why Estonia today is among the top countries hosting the highest concentration of the startups per capita. We do have a lot of startups, and even now the unicorn companies. So it's very high, very easy to grow easily here, and to bring your business to the highest level in a way. But when we talk about also taxation and all this kind of paperwork, declaring taxes has been working online already more than 20 years. You heard me right. Yes, for more than 20 years, we have been declaring taxes online. And of course, it is getting also much easier every year. We like to put a lot of automation in the process as well. And just to bring you some of the numbers, we're going to cover some numbers also next slide. But last year, around 98% of our entire population declared their taxes online. And in the year 2020, we finally also completed reporting 3.0 projects, which aim was to reduce the burden entrepreneurs of the submission of their data to different state institutions. And obviously, this saves a lot of valuable time for entrepreneurs and, of course, also money, so that companies can focus much more on the growth and, of course, also on their own employees here. And then the e-residency solution that provides also an excellent opportunity for absolutely everyone to run a business remotely and to be completely location independent, and of course also access European Union market. But you're going to hear also more about this a little bit later. But of course, when we think about the time of the crisis, then we have did like a big favor for the rest of the world by providing this e-residency solution, because people can do things remotely and not having to go and fly over to different other states, so that they can still be based in one location and run their business without even missing the traveling aside there. So that shows again how important doing things location independently is today, and especially after the crisis here. But as I promised you, we can now talk about also the numbers. And as you can see here, 98% of our companies last year were fully established by online systems. 99% of all of our banking transactions are done online. So if you want to transfer money that is a little bit bigger than the system allows, then you have to make a visit there. But usually people deal with these things already by online banking methods. And as I pointed out before, 98% of our tax declarations are fully filed online. And speaking about the numbers of the e-residency card holders, so 77,000 e-residency card holders we have already around the world. And actually the numbers in Poland are also quite big. So that shows again that people are missing for these solutions. Maybe one other benefits that you could get by running your business in Estonia: our corporate income tax remains zero. So if you reinvest money to your profit, then you don't pay anything. And as you can see by the numbers here, when we compare about with other countries, then this is really, really beneficial for many companies. And that's why they come all over here to run their business here. And now talk about also a little bit the future, because you might be asking, okay, if you have everything working in Estonia fully online, all your business sector, what are going to be the future steps? I'm happy to tell you that we have some great plans for the future. We are working on having and achieving fully seamless e-services that are available any time of the day. So you don't have to wait for the business hours, but you can do everything no matter of the time or your location. So we're currently working on proactive government services also in business sector, so that we don't want our citizen entrepreneurs to be reaching out to us, but we would be able to offer them already some of the benefit services that they are allowed to get, and doing that really proactively. And that's why also technology is there for us. Then of course also in business sector, AI will become a very important thing. And if you think about also regarding the cooperation between private and public sector, then the Estonian government also pays for companies who use AI technology in their own systems. And again, you heard it right, we even pay for the private companies if we see that they're using AI technology, again, to increase this innovation in our entire system, because that's where Estonia would like to move on as well. And then, of course, we will continue doing a very intense cross-border digital governance cooperation between different sectors, and of course also by the business level, because we know that we are not alone in this world anymore, so that the more we work with other countries, the better it is for absolutely everyone, and especially for the business sector. And to sum it up, my side here regarding some of the lessons we have learned by building online services in our business environment, then if we could suggest something to other countries, and what we have learned from our experiences is that all the time try to make leadership very much digital minded, because that's the future, and that's what we see by reality today, that the more you use technology and innovation in your systems, the better the results for the companies are coming, and the more companies you attract to your state. And if we think about the numbers, Estonia has proven this quite a lot, that technology attracts people to come over here and to start their business. No wonder why we have so many unicorns already here too. And of course, if you run your business or if you create e-governance services, then try to keep everything very short and simple, because people don't have much time, so they want things to be clear, and that's where things are working in a right way. And then of course, transparency is something that works also. We have been providing a very good education for our people since very early days already for the students, and we will continue to do so, so that people would be aware of technology and how to use this in their own ideas, and how to use these online services for their own benefit. So again, I would suggest everyone to talk openly about things, and to keep transparency as one of the key elements. And last but not least, then this success story in the field of building digital services have been only possible because since very early days we have been working fully together with our private sector companies. And I'm so excited that today you're going to also hear some of the pitches from Estonian ICT companies who are providing some great solutions for our citizens, and then hopefully also for the Polish market in the future. Because if a country is doing a full cooperation together with private sector, and always including also academia on a table, and just discussing the ideas with them, then these three sectors, if they work together, they can make a real magic happen. And I think Estonia has been a great example what the real magic in the field of digital society actually means. So I hope you got some information out from here, and I would gladly invite all of you to think about running your business in Estonia, because we have been providing the friendliest and the fastest business environment to our businesses, and would be happy to do that also for the Polish market or Polish businesses as well here. So that was it from my side. If you do have any questions, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or on my email, and I would now give the floor over to Artur as well here. Thank you.